Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am back on War Thunder and I'm going to be taking a look at the Centurion Mark V AVRE. Now effectively what this vehicle is it's the brand new British Tier 5 premium vehicle which was added alongside update 1.79, so as you can imagine it is a very new vehicle. Now this video isn't so much going to be a review of the vehicle, it's not going to tell you whether you should or shouldn't buy it, it's going to be more of a look into the two main play styles that you'll probably see it being used in. This first game is going to be an offensive game, how you probably see in most YouTube videos people playing this tank, actively seeking out enemy vehicles and killing them, and probably getting 5, 6, 7 kills per game. So people such as Fly Daily, the way they play the vehicle. The second game is going to be more defensive game, taking a base or protecting a base and sort of hiding, being in a safe spot and trying not to get killed. So here we go, first enemy vehicle, let's try and kill him, so get a nice flat surface as he turns the turret, and there we go, took a hit with the giant Hess shell, and it pretty much wiped out every module on his tank. So that reload is going now, and that will take quite a while more to be fully reloaded, so hopefully we won't come into contact with any deadly enemy vehicles. Oh, looks like there's a little flak truck there, so we can probably take him out with machine guns. Fire machine guns, come on. There we go, took him out with the machine guns, so no need to use that gun. The gun would be effective due to the amount of explosives, but there's no point using it on a small vehicle like that. So it's going to move along here, go sort of towards the enemy spawn point, just to make sure none of them can come from their spawn and try and capture any bases that we may already have. Looks relatively clear at this point, just going to go around this corner, make sure to keep an eye out. Okay, looks clear at the moment. Anything there? Doesn't look like it. Nothing up there. You do need to be very careful though. Of course, this is a Mark V Centurion, so the base tank is a Tier 4. The ERA definitely helps. You just... Oh, okay, enemy tank, and bang, there we go. So one shot to him, instantly knocked out. As you can see, it didn't knock out a huge amount of crew members, but it did still destroy him because his tank was pretty much completely immobilized. So that's definitely quite good. So I'm just going to move back, make sure it's all clear looking. Anyone up near C, doesn't look like it. So it's going quite well this game so far. 3 kills already. That's more than I would usually get when playing defensively. But with playing defensively, it's a lot more likely you're going to survive the match, in my opinion. If you're playing offensively like this and going closer and closer to the enemy, it's more likely you're going to be swarmed by enemy tanks. And if you are, that long reload time is definitely going to begin to be a bit more apparent. That is the major problem playing frontline with this vehicle, because if you get swarmed by enemy tanks, and there's multiple of them, then it's highly likely that by the time you've killed one of them and are already reloading, they're going to pump quite a few shots into your vehicle before you actually reloaded. And by that point, it's likely you're just going to be dead. So I think holding back and going for one enemy at a time is the best course of action. Oh, was that an enemy vehicle over there? Oh, yeah, it was. Okay, need to put that fire out. Let's get aimed up and try and fire it in then. Not sure what it was. Was that okay, it looks like a C-100. There we go, took him out nicely there. So I just need to repair my vehicle and then we'll try to move on. Looks like the enemy team is capturing the central point. They're capturing the B point, so I need to move back over there. Now, I'm hoping there aren't more than one enemy vehicles there. If there is, it's going to be rather difficult without backup to actually take them out. Now, luckily, it does look like there are some friendly vehicles that might possibly move towards the point. Hopefully, they do. If I don't have any backup and I can't find anywhere to hide while reloading, it's likely I am going to get killed rather quickly. But it looks like my repair is almost done, so I will be able to move back and move towards the point. Although, it looks like they have started uncapping, or they're not capping the base entirely, so not sure why that is, but I will move in and see what they're doing. Now, of course, that scoop on the front is rather useful. It does add 70mm of, an extra 70mm of armor effectively to the front of the tank. That's not bad at all. I think, I understand why it's a Mark V, which is, the base Mark V is a Tier 4, but I understand why this is a Tier 5. It's got the ERA, it's got the extra armor, and that very powerful gun, and I think it really does deserve its spot at Tier 5. Now, is there any enemy tanks here? Okay, I can't see any. Can't seem to see anything. Oh, is that a Tiger 2? Looks like it might be. No, that looks like a Leopard. Oh, that's not good. Aiming's a problem. I've found getting used to aiming at longer ranges is very difficult. Okay, someone's firing. Okay, so it's at this point where I realise it's highly likely I will not survive this reload. He's probably going to knock out my gun at this point. Okay, come on. If this can reload, I can kill him. It's highly likely it won't, though. So, that's definitely not good. Oh, and just as it reloads, he knocks out my gun. And it's obvious now I'm not going to be able to repair. I am going to die with the next shot. And there we go. So that was playing offensively in the Centurion Mark V AVRE. So, what is it like? Well, I got 4 kills, which isn't bad at all. So it wasn't too bad. The game went okay. I still got 4 kills, although I did die. So now we're going to look at a match where I was playing a bit more defensively and trying to keep covered. So while capturing the B point, instead of sitting out in the open, I'm just going to sort of hide under this bridge area where I'm in the shadows and I'm a bit more difficult to see. And that should make it a bit more likely that I won't get one-shotted by an enemy vehicle that's sneaking around a corner. Now I'm just going to keep an eye straight in front of me, as there's 2 places right there where enemy vehicles could come through. So I'm just going to keep an eye out. Now in this game there is going to be a slight cut in the middle of the video recording. Main reason for that is just the game did go on for about 12 minutes and there's no point stretching out the video unnecessarily. The main points of action where I actually did stuff, e.g. getting kills, capturing bases, was literally at the end of the game and at the beginning, so I'm only going to feature those points. The middle section of the game is me sneaking around trying to find enemies without much success. But now anyway, I'm just going to keep an eye out. We've almost captured the base, just got to keep capping. Be very careful. But by no means were either of these games failures. In my opinion, they were both very good games and they did quite well. Just do have to keep an eye out for enemy vehicles though. Okay, nothing yet. Looks clear at the moment. Oh, okay, Tiger 1 by the looks of it. Let's fire a shot at him. There we go. So as you can see, it hit the track, but still exploded, killing everyone. And we've just capped the zone, so that's not bad whatsoever. So there's a friendly Japanese Sherman. Just going to let him go off. Just going to try and stay back from that artillery fire. Okay, I look to have been shot by something. Unless that was artillery, which hopefully it was. Oh, okay. I am definitely being shot by something, so I need to put down on the map where I think they are, just so my teammates can come and help. Okay, that is not good. So as you can see, even by playing defensively, you can still get attacked by enemies, but it just gives less chance of being spotted, really. Moving back there probably wasn't the best decision. I probably should have stayed in the cover, but I moved back anyway to get away from that artillery. So looks like my teammates might be on the task of trying to find who's doing this, as I did select it on the map. We have some teammates near that area. And I'm not being shot anymore, so I'm not sure who was shooting me. They might be killed already. But once I've repaired the tank, I'm going to begin to move down to go to a more defensive position, possibly up to the C point, but I will see where I'm needed once I get moving. So, both these playstyles, I think it just depends what kind of player you are. That long reload, I think, personally for me, makes the defensive playstyle a bit more favourable, as you're not constantly... Because if you're playing offensively fighting enemy vehicles, an enemy vehicle could come around a corner at any time whatsoever. If you're moving towards the enemy spawns and that sort of area of the map. So you do sort of need your reload to be as short as possible so you can get reloaded and fire at the enemy. With a defensive playstyle, if you're at a friendly base or you're somewhere where you know it's relatively safe, it's a lot less likely an enemy's just going to appear out of nowhere. So that reload time isn't as much of a problem. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down, possibly in between the B and A point. So this is where the video skips forward, where I am moving down towards the A point as the enemy team have captured it. And I'm all by myself, so I do need to be careful. And I'm just going to sort of hide around this corner. Try and be very careful here. Not sure who's captured it, not sure where they are. And, oh, okay, so I've been hit there, as you can see. So I've lost the track. Looks to be something around there. Now you will see here how the armor's relatively effective against most enemy shells. I'm taking quite a few hits with minimal damage. I am now though just going to start a repair, see if I can get that fixed up. And then once I have, I'll be able to move towards that enemy and try and take him out, as long as he hasn't killed me by that time, of course. But as you can see, this tank's armor is relatively decent against stuff it faces, or at least a few things it faces. I can't actually get an aim up right now, that gap is far too small for the shell. and I don't want to blow myself up by accident, because that is quite a bit of explosive. So I'm just going to hold back for now, and once I'm repaired in a few seconds, there we go, repaired, so I'm going to begin to move forward now, and try and secure the base. Let's see. Where is he? Just keep it. He's through that building somewhere, so keep it. Okay, is that in there? I think it is backing off. Should be just through this gap. I should be able to get a good view on him and try and take him out. Okay, there we go, and fire. There we go. Looks like an AMX-13 SS11. Or, yeah, I think it's SS11, that ATGM one. Yep. But at this point, that is pretty much the end of this game. In terms of the RP and Silver Lions earned from each of these games, from just the tank bit, it was about the same. So it doesn't overly matter what playstyle you do use if you get those sort of games in terms of the kills and base caps. Personally, I prefer defensive just because it is slightly easier and it makes the reload not as critical as with the offensive playstyle. But there we go, so that was the Centurion Mark V AVRE. If you did enjoy the video or found it useful or informative, please consider leaving a like, maybe even subscribe to the channel. If you do, that would be very much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.